I thought I'd give you a little review of this paper app that's out for the iPad. I just got it. It seems pretty cool. It presents you immediately with 3 different books. One where you can flip through with your finger, like one making paper, or like sort of gives you like the making of it, and there's some notes and sketches and stuff, and you can kind of play around with those and kind of look through the way they made everything. But probably the more interesting function of it is actually digging into it and seeing how you can create stuff. Immediately you get these tools. It actually only starts out with this nib pen tool and the eraser. The rest of these are all $1.99 each, but you can buy them all together for $7.99, and you get a few colors here. I guess the first thing we'll do is take a look at it. You can see that it gives you this nib pen. It has capacitive touch. I'm using one of these cool Wacom bamboo stylus, and it does actually a pretty good job of sort of keeping track of how hard I'm touching it and drawing a line that looks like it feels. If you draw a lot, you know what I mean. You can kind of do a bit of that, and you can pull that down, the toolbar down, to give yourself a little bit more room. And you can see that it makes a pretty nice line, but we're not going to focus too much on that because that's the default tool. You're going to want to see, I think, the pencil tool. The pencil tool actually makes lines, it draws lines kind of how you would expect them to look based upon the feel of how much you're pushing. So you can see this sort of sketchy, but if you get in there and you press a little harder, it'll give you a darker line. This is kind of messy and dirty, but you get the idea. And of course it comes in multiple colors as well. You can come here and draw some hair or whatever. This poor person is a victim of me trying to draw and film at the same time. But let's switch over. You can also do kind of a Sharpie marker. It's just kind of a flat line. The thing I like about this marker, though, is it doesn't actually, you can tell, it doesn't really interfere with any of the other lines. So you can go over your pencil drawing, and it's very much like a Prismacolor in this way, where you'll go over the lines and it'll remain transparent over the rest of your lines, and I really, really like that. That's something you don't get with a nib pen, so it's very useful to me. The next thing is pretty much just a writing pen. It's got a great line for writing. Kind of, you can see here that it's good for note taking or just jotting down stuff, along with your illustrations. I really dig it. I mean, you can do like some detail work, some cross hatching and stuff. You want to go Todd McFarlane or Jim Lee style, but for my money, I'd much rather kind of deal with the nib pen when I'm making those kinds of lines. And finally, you have this brush. It actually is a pretty nice, like kind of a watercolor vibe to it. You don't get a lot of control. It tends to concentrate when you stop the brush. And if you go over the same spot, of course, like watercolor, it's going to give you, more concentration of color there as well. This person is still suffering from my inability to draw, and film at the same time. Poor lady. But that's a basic overview of the tools. You can kind of go in and work the transparencies a little bit and try to make something cool. You can get rid of the toolbar, give yourself a little bit more room. But at the end of the day, it's really just it's not there for precision work, I don't think. I think it's mostly there, this whole tool is mostly here just to kind of take notes and jot down things quickly and get your point across so that you either don't forget it or you can illustrate what you're talking to somebody quickly, and then sort of keep a journal about it with a metaphor that everybody can understand. So here's this paper, you got several books, you can share things out to Tumblr or Facebook or Twitter, or send an email, and of course because it's iOS you can just turn on Twitter integration, bingo, and share it like that. So I'm not going to share it because this poor victim I'm going to put out of their misery by just deleting this page. And that's going to be the end of it. Hope this was useful to you, and I had a lot of fun making it.